I remember staring at the ocean one night, the kind of night when the stars don't just shine, they feel alive. The water was calm, reflecting the sky like a mirror, and I caught myself wondering, how did all this begin? Not the ocean, not the stars, but life itself, this restless, unpredictable force that builds, breaks, and keeps trying again. No matter what. It's almost impossible to imagine a world without life. Yet once, that was reality. Earth was young, wild, dangerous, magnificent, a spinning rock bathed in lava, storms, and lightning. Volcanoes exploded without warning. The sky was toxic. Oceans boiled and steamed under an alien sun. There was no green, no sound, no breath, only chemistry. But hidden in that chaos, something was brewing. Scientists call it abiogenesis, the origin of life from non-living matter. Imagine Earth as a gigantic cauldron of possibility. Hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, colliding, reacting, reshaping. Lightning slicing through thick clouds, striking the oceans again and again, adding energy to the mix. For millions of years, this experiment repeated itself over and over, until, in one miraculous moment, a simple molecule did something no molecule had ever done before. It copied itself, and with that, the universe changed its story. Before that spark, everything followed the cold rules of physics and chemistry, predictable, repetitive, indifferent. But once replication began, something new entered existence. Memory. A molecule that could remember its shape, that could persist through time. From that memory came variation, and from variation came evolution, life's secret engine. It didn't happen fast. For hundreds of millions of years, the oceans were home to invisible pioneers, microscopic architects building the foundation of everything that would come later. Each tiny organism was both fragile and fearless. They experimented, adapted, competed, and, in the simplest sense, learned. Some scientists believe life began in deep-sea hydrothermal vents, where minerals and heat form natural laboratories. Others think it might have arrived from space, carried on comets in a process called panspermia. Either way, the truth remains the same. Life didn't just appear, it persisted. And that persistence is what makes it sacred. The first living things didn't need eyes or hearts or thoughts. They only needed one rule: don't stop. Through every catastrophe, every mass extinction, every frozen age, life kept its promise to continue. Think about it. 4 billion years of uninterrupted survival. Every breath you take is proof that the universe never gave up on itself. Now imagine the slow transformation that followed. For eons, the world was ruled by microscopic life, unseen but unstoppable. Then something revolutionary happened: photosynthesis. Tiny bacteria learned to use sunlight to create energy, releasing oxygen into the air. The sky turned blue, the seas shimmered, and that invisible process, that chemical trick, changed the destiny of an entire planet. Hundreds of millions of years later, the Cambrian explosion arrived, a burst of creativity unlike anything before. Life experimented wildly: shells, claws, fins, eyes. Evolution became an artist, sculpting the unimaginable. The ocean turned into a living museum of innovation. And every one of those creatures, every trilobite, jellyfish, and early fish, was carrying a fragment of the same ancient code that began in that first spark. That code lives inside you too. The DNA that orchestrated your heartbeat is the same language that whispered inside those first cells. 4 letters, A, T, C, and G, rearranging themselves into infinite possibilities. The poetry of existence written in chemical ink. Sometimes, when I think about that, it feels overwhelming, because it means that every song, every story, every laugh we share, it all started in that primordial ocean. Life didn't climb from the water to reach land just to survive. It climbed to feel the sunlight, to see, to touch, to dream. And somewhere along that climb, consciousness appeared. At first, Just awareness, then curiosity, then imagination. Life had built something that could think about life, that could look back at the stars and ask, where did I come from? And that's what makes you extraordinary, because you are the universe, aware of itself. The atoms in your body were forged in ancient stars, recycled through supernovas, carried by comets, and reassembled into you. You're a cosmic echo that can love, cry, and laugh at its own story. When I learned that for the first time, it changed everything, because it means every single person, no matter who they are, is a continuation of the same miracle. Every life, every species, every consciousness that ever existed is part of one unbroken thread, stretching back 4 billion years. So the next time you feel small, remember this. The same physics that creates galaxies created you. The same matter that burns in stars beats inside your heart, and the same drive that made atoms combine now drives you to create, explore, and connect. We often ask, what's the meaning of life? But maybe the meaning is the asking itself. Maybe the universe created life so it could finally look in the mirror and whisper, I'm awake. Even today, we're still chasing that first moment. In labs around the world, scientists try to recreate it, to spark life from simple ingredients. And every attempt, every experiment brings us closer. It's as if life is teasing us, saying you're getting warmer. But perhaps the answer isn't in a test tube. Perhaps it's in us, in the way we love, the way we dream, the way we can destroy and still rebuild. Life didn't start perfect. It started possible. It began with chaos and turned itself into meaning. When you think about it, that's the most human thing there is, to fall, to adapt, to try again. We are the children of persistence, the living memory of the universe refusing to end in silence. So if you ever stand by the ocean at night, like I did, and wonder how it all began, listen. Because maybe the waves remember, maybe the water knows. It has seen every version of life that ever lived, and inside every drop, there's still a whisper of that first spark echoing through time. Keep going. So tell me, what do you think the first spark felt like? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I read them all. And if you want to keep exploring the wonders of life and the universe, make sure to subscribe, because this, right here, right now, isn't just a story about where we came from. It's about what we are still becoming. The story of the day the universe opened its eyes and became us.